I miss you over there in Peru.
Don't even tell me we're recording. Let's just keep talking. Don't even tell me. I don't want to know.
Man, I miss you so much. Everyone is just pretending. Everyone's so fake. Everyone just is acting like, oh, if you don't have it on the ball right now at this point in your life, it's over. You're a loser. It's all bullshit. The people spouting that have zero self-confidence.
It's so over. It's been over. How many? Come on, Elliot. Let's count. How many times has it been over for us? At least 5.
Are we counting the start of the year, the month, the decade, the millennium? Because we go back. We're like...
Yeah. When you broke up with your first girlfriend, it was so over.
Oh, man.
When I left Ireland,
that counts for like at least a dozen. It was over a dozen times. It kept starting and restarting, and it was like, oh, what a clusterfuck.
And we're so back.
We're so back.
Every time. Man, I watched Forrest Gump last night, and I cried like hell.
For real?
I don't care. I don't care. I love Forrest Gump. I don't care what anyone says. I love that fucking movie.
What's fascinating about Forrest Gump is I hear a lot of people actually talk about the accuracy of firefights, and a lot of veterans seem to point to Forrest Gump, like unironically. It's just like gunfire out of nowhere, just stuck in those like trenches, makeshift, and yeah, it's a really great movie. I loved it.
You seen it too, huh?
Oh yeah, I think it was.
Oh yeah, you're an American for that.
I think it was. Like, I love Saving Private Ryan. I think that was Tom Hanks' best performance. But Forrest Gump has got to be top 5 easy.
I skip all the parts with Jenny because it reminds me of my ex-girlfriend a lot. So I was on YouTube watching the parts.
Relatable.
I was like, fuck that. But, man, apart from that, I was watching it and I was thinking, God, I was like kind of joking myself. I was like, man, it'd be so great to go to Vietnam and like fall into a pit and like get like some spikes up all up my feet, and then I'd actually have something to be upset about.
Oh, those punji
venom traps.
Punji sticks. Yeah, it's crazy. I know a little bit of history about them. That school kids and teachers would make them at like recess or whatever, and
in Ireland.
No, well, yeah. We're always prepared. We're paranoid about the British coming over. Like, we've replaced all the cobblestone with just Punjabi bamboo. They'll never expect it.
Like, when I say Ireland's changed, I mean it.
Oh, yeah.
Now it looks like India.
No comments further. But no, yeah, it was hell. Like, and it was a really accurate depiction. It's such an innocuous trap, but it's like you get stuck in it and you're absolutely fucked, man.
Last night, man, not to change the subject, but I was dueling with my dueling buddies, and we started doing this like Yu-Gi-Oh! D&D thing.
Yeah.
Our group leader like doing this like role play thing, and like.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I guess, I thought it was awesome, I guess.
It's an awesome idea. How'd it go?
Because I got in trouble. Because we were, like, creating our characters.
Oh,
and,
no.
like, I created my character, like, to go to Domino High. Like, a bunch of 26-year-olds pretending they're in high school over, like, a Discord call. And I was like, yeah, my name is Little Naps. I'm a SoundCloud rapper. The reason why I wanted to, I'm 5'10". I'm from North Domino. I'm new in town.
Yeah.
The reason why I want to duel is clout. And, my, like, ace card is, like, Ryukoki. And my pronouns are duelist.
Hey, that isn't a pronoun. That's a title. And I respect that. It's like king. You refer to me as duelist. They got duelist.
Mad. They were like, we were streaming, and they were like, you can't say that. Like,
which part?
Like, no.
What? I'm 5'10". Do I intimidate you? Like manlets? What?
No, they're like that. They're like They're like, keep in mind, none of my dueling group. It's like one black guy and they're my friends. You met them. One black guy and one white guy, both normal, straight American. And they're like all getting. They're like, no, you can't change that. It has to be like. I was like, fine, they them / duelists. But like, I thought it was a funny joke. Do you think it's funny?
I find their objection funny. It's because it's like.
Not my worst.
It's just like it's dude. It's role playing. It's Dungeons and Duelists. It's why on earth would you have a gripe? It's like, come on, like none of this exists. Why are you injecting real world politics into it? And fuck, why are you assuming my pronouns? I just told you them, motherfucker.
And then we were playing. I was playing against Tristan, and I played Snatch Steal. And I tried to take his card. You know what Snatch Steal does?
Oh, that's a great
take
card.
Take your opponent card.
It's no wonder it's bans. At least when I was playing. Like, I totally get it.
And I tried to take his card, and he was like, you can't take a face-down monster. And then I was like, true.
Oh, that is true, yeah.
But Tristan doesn't know that. And I was like, can I at least, like, try to, like, intimidate Tristan into, like, letting me play this way? And they were like, nope, has to be the rules. I was like, you guys are no fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just play Master Duel for a little bit. Make them miss me.
I know. That's such a cool concept, though. Like, to actually fuse D&D with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I think that's awesome. But I don't
join and say the N-word.
I mean...
I'm not joking. You should actually do that.
I show up... Say some gamer words, refuse to elaborate, just keep on repeating them until I get kicked. Yeah, that's a great game. GG. Want a rematch?
What if I did that to my these are my college friends?
I'm role-playing the most racist duelist in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. Like, I just show up.
I throw our like 8+ or whatever 6, 5 whatever years of friendship out the window by showing up to a Discord call and just spamming epithets until I get booted.
I mean, speed running ruining a friendship. I'm game. I'm game.
I mean, like, we had not to get political, but like.
We're not even 3 beers deep. We're not even drunk, but let's go for it. Get political.
Like everyone's government like fed them some weird stuff about like something. Like we've all been lied to, you know. Like I don't know. Like so. Like we've all been lied to before. So much stuff has happened. You know, nothing is real, and yet we're still on this whole thing of like canceling people, or not canceling people, but like. Getting like, how are we holding anybody accountable for anything they say?
It's like this weird paradox of we want so much liberty that it reaches a point that my liberty becomes more equal than yours, more valuable. So I'm going to infringe on you by restricting what you say, and then you retaliate, and you're like, well, what's the counter argument? It's like, well, I'm a different ethnicity, I'm a different gender, and so you lose. It's a terrible, twisted game. Like, I don't engage with it. I'm like, I think it is pathetic. Yeah, no one chose to be born into this life. Like, no one knows where we're going. It's like you want to play so much manipulative Machiavellian concepts with, like, arbitrary attributes about yourself. It's like, go fuck yourself. No.
People just need to take a breath, man, because it's like nobody at my dueling table was like even like a they them. And then like at work, when I worked at Buffalo Exchange at the thrift shop, you know, people would be like correcting, like it'd always be like the most annoying person you've ever met who would be like, no, you're calling that person by their wrong pronouns. And I mean, you know, maybe I'm like a bad person for like still. I know the pronoun thing. Like we're so tired of talking about it, but it's like, bro, every into a cab or have a phone call or anything, everybody always calls me Emily. And if I freaked out every single time somebody called me Emily instead of Emile, then I would be even angrier than I already am.
Oh man, yeah. When you first showed up to our school, that was how they introduced you. And like,
Yeah.
I remember the entire class turned around expecting a girl, and it's just this like tall American dude, and it's like,
Welcome to my life. This is every single day. It happens every day. It happens every day. Every day. It happens every single day. Uber, anytime I meet a new person, every single day. It's
but
fine,
it's
though.
like,
As you can tell, I'm totally over it, and it doesn't affect me at all.
well, I mean, say if you were to pull someone up and be like, hey, no, I'm Emile, and I'd like you to actually repeat the entire sentence calling me as such. It's like, do you think that would improve the situation? Do you think you'd actually like build a relationship with that person now that you've established who you really are? Or it's like,
Maybe.
people make mistakes, people.
I never take it personal. I'm never like, oh, like you're an asshole for doing that. Except if I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah,
Except I'm looking for a punching bag.
Yeah, just try me, motherfuckers. Like, I choose violence today.
So I think that maybe everyone who's like, maybe when people are like correcting each other's pronouns and shit, it's not actually the pronoun they're mad about. They're mad about something else.
Oh, totally. Like, if I was to get, I find it weird because like a lot of people with racial epithets, like if you stereotype an Irishman like a drinking, wife abusing, just hick, like I'm like, fair enough, you know, there's plenty of us like that lad, like yeah, and even though I don't drink, I don't, I'm not from the country, I'm not ginger. I don't eat potatoes every day anymore. It's like I don't get offended by that, you know. I'm like,
anytime I meet a new person, every single day. It's
but
fine,
it's like,
as you can tell, I'm totally over it, and it doesn't affect me at all.
well, I mean, say if you were to pull someone up and be like, hey, no, I'm Emile, and I'd like you to actually repeat the entire sentence calling me as such. It's like, do you think that would improve the situation? Do you think you'd actually like build a relationship with that person now that you've established who you really are? Or it's like,
maybe
people make mistakes, people.
I never take it personal. I'm never like, oh, like you're an asshole for doing that. Except if I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah,
Except I'm looking for a punching bag.
Yeah, just try me, motherfuckers. Like, I choose violence today.
So I think that maybe everyone who's like, maybe when people are like correcting each other's pronouns and shit, it's not actually the pronoun they're mad about. They're mad about something else.
Oh, totally. Like, if I was to get, I find it weird because like a lot of people with racial epithets, like if you stereotype an Irishman like a drinking, wife abusing, just hick, like I'm like, fair enough, you know, there's plenty of us like that lad, like yeah, and even though I don't drink, I don't, I'm not from the country, I'm not ginger. I don't eat potatoes every day anymore. It's like I don't get offended by that, you know. I'm like, you've got a point. Like a lot of our women are ugly. We love our pints. Don't take it away from us.
I'll take them all though. I'll take all those sweeties. They can all live with me. I'll take them. If any Irish girls are listening to this, at Ecophobic on Instagram, drop me a line. I'm gonna be visiting Ireland this summer, I hope.
Oh, saints be praised. Dude, it is nuts. Like the people are. I think this is a byproduct of being online. I think the internet has caused this to where consequences of speech sort of don't matter anymore.
Right.
Like without being face to face to someone, you're like, I can say whatever I want to you. But on the converse side of that, you also get to make such a big deal out of absolute zero. Like you can be like, oh yeah, you misgendered me, you used the wrong pronouns. It's like, does that really make you cry? Like, imagine if you're on your deathbed and you're like thinking back all the flashes, and it's just a reel of instance after instance of people calling you the wrong word. It's like, would you really reminisce about that?
It's gonna be me on my deathbed. Ever gonna think about how I got
it's a possibility. Maybe I'll just be like, how dare they call me a Mick? Why do they call me a ginger culchie? Oh God, I'm not a pikey. I'm not British, lads. No. Don't call it Londonderry.
You ever see that movie of Brad Pitt pretending to be a
Gypsy Traveler?
Pikey?
Yeah. I've seen clips of him fight because it's just awesome. But he nailed that. He absolutely nailed that. There's so many people in the middle of Ireland and a bit towards the south that are spitting images of that. Live in the caravan, live in the trailer, have their own communal thing